You're watching UNICEF Television. UNICEF Executive Director Anne M. Veneman has briefed the UNICEF Executive Board on the situation in Haiti following Tuesday's earthquake.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, distinguished delegates. We are very deeply saddened to learn of the devastating earthquake in Haiti, and our hearts go out to the families who have been so terribly impacted by this tragedy. Mr. Ambassador, thank you so much for being with us today, and our thoughts are with your government as well, who I know has suffered tremendous losses. I'm joined here on the podium today by our Director of Emergency Programs, Louis-Georges Arsenault, and our Regional Director for the Latin America and the Caribbean, Bernd Austin. They will be here available to answer questions at the conclusion of our presentations. Right now, communications with Haiti are extremely difficult. Accurate information, hard to get. It's very scarce. Our preliminary reports indicate that the majority of UNICEF staff in Haiti is safe, but we're still trying to get in touch with a few of them and their families. The UNICEF has separate premises in Haiti. We have 2 buildings. One has been quite severely damaged, and all of our communications facilities have been destroyed. We had an operational update this morning in our emergencies meeting, and we have been coordinating closely with the United Nations system, all of the humanitarian agencies, as well as agencies that are NGOs, and of course governments that are involved in the relief efforts. And I also spoke to John Holmes personally this morning. Since last night, UNICEF has been positioning supply from our regional office in Panama, from neighboring countries, and from our supply division, which, as you know, is located in Copenhagen, to ensure that we have needed supplies that will arrive in Haiti as quickly as possible. These will include clean water and sanitation, medicines, therapeutic food, and temporary shelter. We just got in a report from our supply division just before we came over here. And the first flight containing UNICEF supplies will be on its way to Port-au-Prince tonight from our regional office in Panama. This is thanks to the support from the Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, whose aircraft will be transporting this first wave of emergency essential supplies. These supplies will include 10,000 tarps, 4,600 water containers, 5.5 million water purification tablets, 556,000 oral rehydration sachets, 21 GPS receivers, 2 portable warehouses, and then tents, trauma kits, and water tanks. It's estimated that these will be supplies adequate to cover about 10,000 families. A boat carrying a shipment of emergency supplies is due to arrive in Panama tomorrow at 10 p.m. local time. Additionally, a DHL charter is being loaded with 45 metric tons of supplies, which will leave Panama for Port-au-Prince on Saturday. These supplies from the UNICEF Panama office and UNICEF Supply Panama warehouse include water testing kits, interagency health kits, early childhood development kits, school in a box, recreation kits, water containers, tents, tarps, rope, and water purification tablets. And it's estimated that these supplies can cover an additional 20,000 families. A UNICEF supplier of ready-to-use therapeutic food, or what we commonly refer to as RUTF, in Santo Domingo has been identified, and we do have RUTF ready for dispatch. A number of staff with the needed technical expertise are being deployed to assist with the relief efforts, and our office in the Dominican Republic will serve as an operational head. UNICEF will also focus on children who have become separated from their families to protect them from harm or exploitation. It is estimated that 46% of Haiti's nearly 10 million people are under the age of 18. The special needs of children for food, shelter, and protection must be factored in at the very onset of relief efforts, and UNICEF will do everything in its power to make sure that these needs are met. Today, UNICEF allocated $2.9 million in funding. This comes from our emergency fund as well as some support from our national committees. This is for startup relief operations. The Secretary General has announced, as most of you saw earlier, $10 million from the Central Emergency Response Fund will be released immediately as well. Let me also express our great concern for the many colleagues from the United Nations mission, MINUSTA, many of whom, as you've read, are still missing. Mr. Ambassador, thank you again for being here today, and certainly we would like to invite you as well to say a few words. And again, our condolences to you and your country.
You've been watching UNICEF Television. For more information, visit unicef.org. Unite for Children.